Welcome to this week's edition of the Wheels and Deals Community Spotlight, brought to you by Wheels and Deals of Pomeroy and the Meg's Independent Press.
This is Carrie Rose with Meg's Independent Press. I'm here again at Wheels and Deals in Pomeroy, Ohio for the Wheels and Deals Community Spotlight, and just amazing to be able to be here today and talk about something that has been going on in the community, and a lot of Meigs County may not necessarily know about it, but it is this incredible food program, this pantry that has started out of River of Life Church in Rutland, and it's amazing to see what has been going on in Rutland, Ohio. So talk about a little bit.
I'm Anita Hajivandi. I'm the co-director of River of Life Care Closet in Rutland, Ohio. We are part of a church, River of Life Church, and we help our community. We are a food pantry, open every Wednesday of the year, regardless, we're there. We open at 6 to 7. However, people come early, and if we're able, we do start serving them, normally around 5. And the reason we've started with an earlier time frame is due to COVID. We implemented overnight, actually, a new service model. Previously, our clients, our participants, would come in, we would have paper forms or computer intake, and we would have 3 people actually on computers taking individuals' information. And then we would give them their food and talk to them, and it's really a ministry. It's really a time of happiness. We meet people where they're at, and we're there. We're your friends. You know, honestly, we're your friends. So, and I've made great friendships in the years that I've been doing this, and built some really good relationships and met some wonderful people. And it's our mission to serve our county. And overnight, during COVID, when it all, suddenly began and started to snowball in our community, we went from serving inside, and we may do 300, really high numbers would have been 400 people in a month, which is actually a lot if you consider it for 4 hours.
That's
a tremendous amount.
That's a lot of people.
So then, literally overnight, especially the month of July was our highest number so far. We did 777 Meigs County residents in July, outside, serving them outside in the heat or in the rain or what have you. And we, my husband's wonderful at logistics, and he organized the majority of it along with our volunteers. And people would come off 124, pull into our parking lot, and make a loop. And myself or my daughter, we would walk amongst the cars and write down everyone's information. Our Wi-Fi signal wasn't strong enough to reach with an iPad or a computer outside. So we manually wrote down everyone's information, and then after that time was after our pantry was closed, then we would go back and manually enter all of that. Hundreds every Wednesday night. So, come rain, come shine, along with our volunteers, we would be outside serving our community. And, we've been blessed through it, and we know that we've been able to bless others in our area with this ministry. And, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that no one ever sees. We do retail pickups. My husband and volunteers and some teams that we have go every Wednesday and do very large retail pickups at local grocery stores in Gallup Place. Come back, and you have to unload it and weigh every single item that you just received and document it. Because we're part of USDA and Feeding America is how our program operates, and we take local donations as well as these large purchases that we have or donations that we have from various entities. And then we start packing bags, just grocery bags, like paper bags, with food items, and then we have frozen meats and fresh fruits and vegetables, where we've been very blessed through our retail pickups, and we also are involved with community food initiatives out of Athens, where we get fresh organic produce. It's a beautiful produce from local farmers, from the farmers market, from Chester Hill produce auction, and community food initiatives has been awesome. They have actually been delivering to us in advance of our distributions, and I mean, it's amazing produce that we've received. We've received items from Meg's, our the one here in Pomeroy farmers market as well. So there's a lot of people in the community that support us, that know about the Care Closet. We're actually one of the largest in the county and in surrounding counties as well. And what, and Carrie had asked me earlier, what do you need to help you serve this mission? Because it actually what is it that we need? We need a bigger building and a box truck with a lift gate. We've applied for government funding and grants, which we've been blessed with some, but not nearly enough to buy a box truck that has a lift gate, preferably one that is refrigerated, because a lot of the items we receive are frozen. And currently what we're doing is taking a 15-passenger cargo van, removing all the seats from it, which is very hard, every single Wednesday, then going and loading it back up. And it's a huge job. Our volunteers, my husband is the coordinator of all of that, and physically lifting that into that van and then unloading it and weighing. You have to weigh everything that you receive and document it, because again, we report to Feeding America. So it's a blessing, but it's physically very demanding. And we've had people that have injured their backs doing this. We've some of our volunteers, including myself, are a little bit older, and it's hard doing all this physical manual labor. And then when we receive our items back, we're located in the basement of a church. The doorways are not large enough for pallet jacks or to transport pallets through, so you have to physically unload it, reload it onto a pallet through a doorway. And then when you need to get it back out, you have to manually unload every single item, every single box, every case. So it's extremely time consuming, and we're not complaining at all. We feel blessed, and it again is our mission. But any help that would be available would be so grateful.
A few things would make it a lot simpler and make your time more efficient to be able to do what you're doing, to do it much better than what you're doing.
Yes, and to reach more people. To reach more people in that manner. And we're raising money for a building so that we can physically get more food. We can have more food and distribute more food to our county if we had a larger space. Right now we're just using 2 Sunday school classrooms. If we had a dedicated building to put our storage in, we could provide more food for Meigs County residents if we just had more space to store the food, because we can acquire the food, but once you get it, you need to store it. So a bigger building would be fantastic, a box truck with a lift gate, and we're a 501c3 entity, so we give tax receipts. No problem doing that. And it's just been a wonderful experience. I've been doing this for quite a few years now. My whole family, we all work there, along with our friends and our volunteers. So it's we have fun when we're there, and I think our pantry participants see that,
And how has that impacted when you've seen people come through and you're able to help them, especially somebody that's maybe new? That it's the first time that they're getting that help.
Yeah, it can be hard. I mean, it could be me, it could be you. There's no guarantees in this world. By the grace of God, we're all alive. We're in a free country, but there's no guarantees in this world. It could be any of us at any time, and we are very discreet. I don't ask your story, your history. I just get your name, your address. It's self-determined or self-disclosed income. I don't ask for proof of that. The only proof that you need is a photo ID with the county, and it needs to say Meigs County. However, I operate, and our pantry operates under Good Samaritan laws. So I don't turn anyone away. If you need it, and we have it, it's yours.
But for the most part,
it is determined. Yes, it is intended to be only Meigs County residents. And I always tell everyone you need to be a Meigs County resident, and you need to provide proof of residency. If you don't have a photo ID, a piece of mail with your address on it, but a photo ID is what the law says we need. Again, we operate under Feeding America and USDA guidelines. But, we're here for you. And, during COVID, especially, I know Carrie would ask me about this, how did you handle that influx? Going from literally when the care closet was first started, they might serve 20, I think the highest was 21 people per month. To go from 21, quite a few years ago, that was, to almost 800 people in a 4-week time frame in under 8 hours.
And let's take a moment and wrap our heads around that.
Yeah.
Those are local Meigs County residents.
Yes, exactly.
Those are your friends, neighbors, your family. This may be you, but it's here, and it's this mission that's been undertaken by River of Life to do this.
Yep.
If there is more, if someone wants more information on this, on either how to give or maybe they need help.
Yes.
What is the best way to get a hold of you to find more information?
You could call our church, which is 742-2060 or 2062. And then everybody just forgot the number. You asked me too quick, Carrie. I wasn't ready.
We'll link it.
We'll link it. We're also on Facebook, and you can also contact River of Life on Facebook. But really, come Wednesday. We open at 6. You can come a little bit early, get in our line, because there's a line form. There's always a line out there. And so, come early. I would say get there by 5:30 or 5 or 5:30, and we'll have cones set up for the parking. We're directly across from Meigs Elementary School. It's the brown church, catty corner across from Meigs Elementary School. You can't miss it. And, you don't need to contact us, in all honesty. Just show up. Just come, and we'll take care of you.
And if you are interested in helping out,
yes,
those needs, definitely get a hold of them. This is the kind of thing that we decided to do the community spotlight with, and this is why working with Wheels and Deals to be able to present this every week and be able to do that. It's for these kind of programs, and for people like Anita that are doing something locally in Meigs County for Meigs Countyans. Yes. So let's show that Meigs County pride, and let's be able to help out if you can help out, and be able to extend their ministry into the people that need it the most here, right here.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things. We have some really great things that are available, but you're not giving to something that's going off into other areas, or going to Columbus, or going to Cleveland. Nothing wrong with those areas, but it's not home. This is home, and this is something that you can actually impact people right here at home.
Right.
And food insecurity is a very big, real issue for Meigs County, and that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of the programs, food programs during the shutdown with the schools. They were still trying to put that out there and be able to get the food out there, because it was so imperative to be able to do that to those kids. Because I know back in the days when I used to do substitute teaching, there were times kids, you knew that was their only meal.
That's exactly true.
This is huge. You can't expect them to be able to sit there and do their work and do their things and without being on an empty stomach. And the elderly and our veterans. And there's so many people that it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody.
It can. And you spoke of veterans and senior citizens. We have senior citizen households that are raising grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Mm-hmm. And I see it every week. A grandmother or grandfather pull up with, I actually had one that had 9 grandkids. They were not even grandkids. She had 9 great-grandchildren that she was raising. And at times, it's due to the drug epidemic in our area. Mm-hmm. That's rampant. I have recovering drug addicts, people that their lives have been affected by the drug epidemic, by layoffs. There's been some huge layoffs in our area in Athens, Ohio University. Other companies are laying off people. Some, I've been told, have not received their unemployment.
Oh, wow.
They're not receiving unemployment, and some have lost their health insurance.
So now and again, it can happen to anybody.
It can happen to us.
And you see things going, if you're able and you're in a position to be able to do something about this, this is why we do Wheels Deals Community Spotlight. This is to bring, to shine that light on something going on locally here. So if there's anything that maybe you can do, reach out to them.
Please do.
And make sure that you get a hold of them. But understand, there's people right here. This is not one of those things. This is not one of those things where it's the outside people coming in and doing something. This is local people helping local people.
Exactly.
And that is,
Who is your neighbor?
Yeah. And it is one of the best things to be able to present this and to let people know about this, because this is us helping us right here.
We've got the greatest people in Meigs County. I lived away for 26 years. And I've had people say, why on earth would you move to Meigs County? Why would you move? I said, I grew up there. I know the people there. I love the people there. I love, the culture, the environment, the friendliness, I lived this is going to sound funny, I lived north of the wave line. Do you know what the wave line is, Gary?
No, I
It's in Lancaster.
Okay.
North of Lancaster.
Okay, yeah, okay.
People
Yeah,
will wave at you as you drive by,
yeah,
your neighbors will.
yeah,
And then when
okay.
you live where people don't wave,
Yeah.
it's hard, because I was a waver. I waved at all my friends and my neighbors, and they looked
Yeah.
at me. So we live here where people wave, where they love you, and people are kind, forgiving, and I have found personally more willing to help and to step up to bat and say, hey, how can I help you? It's not about me. It's not about you. It's how can I help my neighbor?
And that's what this is all about.
Exactly.
And that's a great place to leave it.
Exactly.
And again, this is Carrie Rose with Wheels and Deals Community Spotlight right here in Pomeroy, Ohio. Come check them out.
Yep.
Check out the amazing things that they have and the vehicles that they have. But also remember, this is about community.
Yep.
It's about helping one another. It's about being local, buying local, and helping local. So again, we'll be back next week with another Wheels and Deals Community Spotlight, and we'll be highlighting something good that's going on in Meigs County.